welcome back to the Rails of Mass. Now in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we usually do here on the channel. We're not here to see the station, we're not here to see the train. What we are here to do is answer a viewer question. Where does the other line split off to? You know, that's a good question. We've recorded many videos here, and we've never actually touched upon that before. So, let's take a look. Coming out of the station here, we're going to take a quick look at the way it was. 53 years ago, Bruce Nelson took this photo in this very spot. The New Haven laid this track here in 1906, and it was originally double-tracked all the way back to Forest Hills. Now, using the open railway map as our guide here, we're going to follow west from Needham Junction station towards High Rock Street. It's only once you get about halfway around the Y on this side that you see the track conditions go from very good to very poor very quickly. Now as we come down to track level here, you can get a feel for just how overgrown this area really is. The last passenger train passed through here in 1967, and the last freight train passed through here probably sometime in the late 90s. Now, despite how overgrown this area has become, 100% of what you're seeing right now is all drone footage. And flying through here was interesting, to say the least. Now, even though freight service died in Needham many decades ago, this line still found itself very useful for the Bay Colony Railroad, who would take cars out here from Tresco Brothers Cement and Millis, and they would wire the cars right here at Needham Junction before returning them to Medfield Junction and ultimately Millis to be unloaded so the discharge pipes could be on the right side. Even though there's very little evidence left of it today, it's about right here where the double track singled back up as it approached High Rock Street. Now as we come up to the switch here, we're actually going to jump ahead to the other side, 1,100 feet to the end of track. Now what we're looking at here is now the end of track. The rest of the track between here and the town line at Dover was torn up in 2012 to make room for the Bay Colony Rail Trail. Here played a big role in not just Needham's history, but also for the history of the city of Boston. Much of the area that's now Back Bay came from Needham. and was pulled from quarries and shipped by rail car to Boston. Now, one notable thing in this area here is the rock cut. When the railroad was built here, a lot of earth and rock had to be removed, and it essentially cut High Rock Street in half for many decades. The cut was made in 1853, but we didn't have a bridge connecting the two sides of High Rock Street back together until 1918. Into the rock cut here at High Rock Street, coming back towards the bridge, we're going to go up and above for a second and take a step back in time, looking at some footage of the way it was. Now, coming back out from underneath the High Rock Street overpass, we're going to go above the bridge and take another look back in time. Alright, now here we are back at the Y. The line to the right is where we just came from originally, coming from Needham Junction. The line to the left comes from Needham Center ahead of us, and what would have been Dover behind us. And now, before we leave here, we're going to take another step back in time.
Remnants of the past still show a rail going into the center of the Y. I'm not sure if there's anything left on the other side of the fence, but I'd sure love to know. Just coming up the track a little bit, we find another reminder of the way it was. To be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what this is. I do know there was an identical one in Newton by the Upper Falls Depot right before the track was removed. But I'm honestly not quite sure what it was. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments down below. I have a suspicion that it had something to do with unloading rail cars, but I'm not able to confirm that.
Now as we finally emerge from the brush here, you can see the track condition improve dramatically as we approach the active line. Coming back up to our bird's eye view here, we take a look at the last leg of the Y, the only one still in active service. It's a very sharp curve compared to the other two, and it's very heavily maintained. Alright guys, as we end up back at the station here, this completes our adventure for the day. I hope you enjoyed this little tour with me. Be sure to let me know down in the comments below where you'd like to see next. We're always looking for new ideas. Be on the lookout for a future video where we're going to revisit Needham Junction, take a deeper look at the station and its history. From the Rails of Mass, I'm your host Steve Hurley, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.